This is the earliest known movie of Sketchpad. This was done in the summer of '62. Now notice he did something that we all are familiar with, but now he's pointing to all these edges and he's telling Sketchpad to make them all mutually perpendicular, and Sketchpad figures out how to do it. And the reason is that Sketchpad is not just one of the first graphics systems, but it was the first non-procedural programming system. That might be disputed, but let me go on with it. Here again, he's making a couple lines. He's saying, make them parallel and perpendicular, and Sketchpad straightens them up. Now he's using a constraint called collinearity, and the little dashes are aligning themselves right over the guidelines there. Okay, and now he's telling the guidelines to be invisible, and he's made his hole through the flange. You notice that Sketchpad is the first system to have a window, as far as I know. In fact, it drew on a very large virtual canvas. Now he wants to make a rivet, and once again he only has to indicate the general topology and the rules that will constrain the topology into being what he wants. That's going to be the center of an arc. Now notice this clever thing, that if he makes these mutually perpendicular, that will force the, well, you see what I mean. There it is. And now if he distorts it, it will still obey that general geometry. Now he could have constrained the ratios of the sides just as well and kept the rivet a specific shape. In this case, what he's done is constrained the angle relationships and center relationships, so we always get a symmetric rivet. Now Sketchpad is also, I believe, the first true object-oriented programming system, because what we see here is actually a dynamic instance of that master drawing that was just done. He called them masters. Nowadays we call them classes because of Simula. So you notice he can take that instance and twirl it around and make it different sizes, and he's going to stick it into the hole in the flange here. And one of the reasons we can tell how early this is because in this whole film there's no illustration of visible constraints. And that was a second phase of the implementation of Sketchpad. Here's a few more. Now you might ask, why is the screen blinking? Well, the TX2 here is putting up every dot by brute force. So he's gone back to the master and he says, well, I really don't want to see those guidelines. I'll make them invisible. And notice all of the instances feel them dynamically. And anything that you can construct in Sketchpad can itself be a master. So he's taken these two building blocks, the flange and the rivet, made it into a master, and now he can create instances from it. Well, if this isn't home cooking, I don't know what is.